Hi guys, I'm going to show you how to make your microgreens. These are seeds that you would have water on them so they would sprout, and then you'll have microgreens that you can eat like for sandwiches and salads and things. So you're just going to buy one of these, oh there's two tops in it, one of these takeout containers, preferably one with a dark bottom, because you're going to fill that with water, so you want that to be dark if possible, with a nice cap that snaps nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cap, we're going to cut this circle right out here of the cap with an X-Acto knife. Here we go. You don't have to be like perfect at it. If it's a little crooked, don't worry about it. I like doing this on a rug. That's why I'm on the ground, because doing it on like a table or something, you're going to scratch the table, cut the counter. The rug has enough of a pile in it that it doesn't cut the rug. See, I didn't cut the rug. So there we go. That's all there is to it. And I have a screen. I just cut a piece of a screen. It's like nylon screen with very small holes. I'm going to take you up here now. So I've got the nylon screen. I cut a nice square, bigger than this. Let's move these back a bit. So there's the bottom. There's the top now. I'm going to put the screen. You want a thin screen. Don't use like a steel screen. It'll be too thick and the cap won't snap on it. So you're going to put the screen on top, and you're going to think this isn't snapping. You actually have to force it in. Just go around like this, forcing it in. Tupperware works good too. You could use a Tupperware. This is just like one of those takeout food things. I buy them in bulk from a store that sells stuff like that. So I'm just pushing it in because I want to make sure that it's on there tight. It feels like it's all in there great now. Right there. Yeah. A little hard on the fingers. There, I feel like it's good now. Then I'm going to take some scissors. And I'm going to just cut this excess screen off, make it nice and neat looking. Easy peasy. I've got smaller ones growing right now. I'll show you. They've been growing for a few days. Just small ones in mason jars. I haven't done a big one yet. I made a couple, but I haven't done them yet. Well, I have done them. They're just sitting and I haven't done anything yet because I just made them today. So you're going to want water and have some sort of fertilizer in your water. I'm just using a little bit of spirulina. Spirulina. Here it is here. You can use whatever you like. Whatever you like for a fertilizer, stick with what you already like. So I'm just putting about that much in, not much. Stir that around nice. Mix it in well, because spirulina is like an algae and it floats, so you really gotta get it around there good. So that's what I'm using for my fertilizer. I've got other ones. I'm like an experiment person. I got a whole bunch of different ones started. Some with colloidal silver, some with plant food. Yeah, some with distilled water and a few other things in them. I'm trying all kinds of different things. So there, now my fertilized water is ready. So I'm going to dump it right in here. Refill it right as much as I can to the top. That was almost perfect, but it's not deep enough, so I'm going to put more water in it. I want the water to almost touch the screen. And it works out good anyhow, because where I just poured that in, the fertilizer is sort of sitting, the water's sitting on top of the screen. I kind of want to get that off the top of the screen anyhow. I just want it to be in the bowl. So there, now I can see that the water is actually touching the screen. See? It's really close. That's exactly how I want it. So now what I'm going to do, I've got all my different seeds that I'm using. So I want to do Vessie's Micro Mix. So this is a blend of microgreens, a wide range of microgreens. So I get these from the Feeds and Needs store. Excuse me, on Ross Avenue. You can get your seeds wherever you want, but these are good seeds. They're not like dollar store seeds. So I'm just going to sprinkle some seeds in the middle where the opening is. I'm going to try to keep it in the middle. I don't want it to all go down the sides. So this will be a nice one when it grows. I'll just snip the microgreens when I want to eat them for like a sandwich. So there, you can see. Now what I'm going to do, they're actually laying kind of on the water. Watch. See? But that water will go down like in a day. So I'm just going to spray it with a nice spray. There, so they're all completely wet now, and any that are under this part, just kind of bring them out, because you want your microgreens to be able to grow right up through this opening that you made. And then, where's that at? I'd like you to cover the top, but not with the clear piece, with something dark. So I just have a piece of this stuff. I'm just going to cut a piece right now on the floor. It's a little big, hold on. There, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is just sit that on top. I'm going to put this in a dark cupboard or a dark spot for a couple days. I'm going to spray it every day, a couple times a day too. And then within no time, you'll have little microgreens growing, and you'll take off the top once you see that they've sprouted, and then you'll put them in a sunny window, a nice sunny area, or with a light on it. I have mine over in the corner with a nice LED light on it. They're growing good. Ooh, that's in there. I'll show you in a second. So, like I say, once they sprout, take the top off, put them in a nice lighted area, and then you don't even have to spray them anymore because they've sprouted. So now the roots have actually gone down into here, into the bottom. And you are going to have beautiful microgreens all winter long. And when you use these, just take it apart. You may have a hard time putting it back in the screen. You might have to do another screen. It's up to yourself. Actually, best bet, remember I cut the screen? Don't even cut it. So when you take it apart next time, you can just wash it off and use that same screen and it'll pop in. That would be better. See, I just learned something. So these are some that I had started just in a little mason jar. I did the exact same thing. I took a screen and I cut it, and then I put the top on it with no top, flat top, just the ring on it. And this one's grown with colloidal silver. That's what's in there, is water and spring water and colloidal silver. Actually, yeah, it was the spring water and colloidal silver. And then I just sprinkled, this is a sandwich spread of different microgreens for sandwiches. I just put some seeds on the top, and then I covered it with the actual flat top, you know, from the mason jar. And then I would put it in a dark spot, and I sprayed it 2 or 3 times a day, and then within 2 or 3 days, I think it was, they were starting to pop. So I took the top off, and I have them in an area where it's nice and sunny. Well, it's light. There's no sun, it's winter. It's nice and light. So that's all there is to it. Easy peasy. Go out and get some seeds and start these microgreens. You're going to love it, guys.